little party animals. Hiphiprenee here today with a brand new video for you, and today, EcoLifestyle has finally arrived. That's right, it is EcoLifestyle release day, and I was so excited. I got up at like 4 in the morning. Admittedly not because of EcoLifestyle, but because I woke up with literally the worst cramps in my entire life. But I did wake up super early. I downloaded it and I was just so excited to try it out. So what I did is I actually took the shell that I am using for my Hip Shell 613, which kind of the plan for the shell was for it to be a container build, which is why I have the deadline set so late. It's actually set for June 13th. I wanted to make sure that if people wanted to use EcoLifestyle to be able to, you know, furnish the shell or do whatever they were going to do to it, I wanted them to be able to do that. So there is still plenty of time if you want to join in on the shell challenge. I will be touring all of them on Twitch the weekend of the 13th. But here we are in EcoLifestyle. And first impressions, I'm going to say the first thing that I did was go into Create a Sim. It's usually the first thing that I do when I get a new pack, and really the reasoning for it is because Create a Sim is my least favorite part of the Sims. I just don't think that I am very good at creating Sims. It feels kind of like a slog to me sometimes. So I did go into Create a Sim first, and I will say, starting off with Create a Sim, maybe not the best idea because it is pretty disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the clothing is cool, but it's just kind of meh to me. I don't know. Everything is just kind of shaped really funny, and I don't know. Maybe it was just because I was putting it on me and Rob Sims and we happen to not look good in these clothes. I don't really know. But I'm not super impressed with Create a Sim. I am really excited about the new septum rings and the nose rings because I do have both a nose ring and a septum ring. So I think it's going to be really cool to be able to actually make my Sim self look like my Sim self. Though I did notice you can't have a nose ring and a septum ring. It's one or the other. So I did shove a nose ring onto my Sim self, which kind of worked out. She looks fairly cute. So after I left Cass, I obviously went immediately into build and buy mode. I knew that the first thing that I had to do with this was do a build. And I did struggle a little bit because, I don't know, for some reason I decided that I felt the need to do a base game and EcoLifestyle only build. So you guys know that when I do builds, I don't really like to limit myself. I like to use just as many different objects as possible. You know, if it feels right and I feel like I want to use it, I don't want to be limited by, you know, saying, oh, well, I'm not using cool kitchen stuff today. No, I'm just going to use it. But today, we do have a base game and EcoLifestyle only build. So if you only have base game and EcoLifestyle, you can totally download this and use it and not have a single issue, which I think is pretty cool. I know I don't do that all the time, but you know, here you go. So what I did on this lot, again, I did take my shell from Hip Shell 613 and I made the shell itself into the actual house portion of this lot. And then I went ahead and I added a second container to the lot. And this is basically like our kind of like workshop. So my idea for this build was that whoever lives here, you know, runs a workshop, whatever they happen to be making. Maybe it is, you know, the candles, maybe they're doing a little bit more gardening. I did add in plenty of things for them to be able to do, so that is not really a concern. But they have a workshop outside. They also have a little selling table so they can actually, you know, kind of run a little home business here. I thought that was a fun idea. I haven't quite tested it yet, so I don't know if it fully works, but I think it will. I think I did a pretty good job of making sure everything is accessible, and I'm pretty sure that the selling tables work on your home lot. I don't think that you really need to bring them anywhere. I'm pretty sure I remember that from an LP or something that I did in the past. But anyway, going into build and buy, first impressions. I am a little torn on the build items. I think that the new floorings, first off, are really cool, specifically the 2 new wood floorings. I really, really like the new kind of like hexagonal parquet flooring. I think it looks really cool. And then the new just like kind of normal wood flooring, which is actually what I used throughout most of this build, is absolutely gorgeous. It really reminds me of the Island Living flooring, the Island Living wood flooring, in like the best way possible. This one is like slightly less shiny and it looks a little bit more worn, but it has kind of that same like really long, thin planks as far as the wood is concerned. So I really, really enjoyed that. I'm not a super fan of the windows, I'm going to fully admit. They are very large. Most of them tend to stick out quite a ways from the build, and the same thing with the doors. We didn't really get any like flat doors with the exception of like these big sliding doors, which are definitely going to come in handy for a lot of different styles of builds. But as far as the windows and doors are considered, I'm going to use them, but I think they are going to be used mostly for, specifically container builds or factory builds or, things kind of along those lines. I just don't see a nice suburban house using a lot of these windows. Somebody please prove me wrong. I would love to see you build a beautiful big suburban house and use these crazy windows and somehow make it look good. We did also get 2 flat windows. We got a 2-tile flat window as well as a single tile flat window. And honestly, like we have these with base game. We got them with Island Living as well, and these ones don't really look any different. They do add a few new colorways, but I don't think it's anything that is, super exciting to me. So I was a little disappointed with that. That being said, I went into the buy items and boy was I blown away. The buy items completely make up for, just kind of the meh-ness of the cast and of the build stuff. I love these new buy objects. They are so good. First off, all of the new plants are amazing. I am going to be using these in so many different builds. There are so many different ones. Like there's a ton of new plants that you can kind of stick on little tables and things like that. I was really excited for those. I think the decor in this pack is really, really solid, with perhaps the exception of wall paintings. We did get a lot of kind of miscellaneous wall decor, but we only got 1 painting and it actually rests on the floor. It doesn't even go on the wall. And off the top of my head, it might actually even be in miscellaneous decorations and not even in the wall paintings, but I don't remember off the top of my head. That being said, again, these items are so good, from the lighting to the curtains to the new chairs and the tables and all of the decor and all of that fun stuff. It's just, this is a really, really nice pack to build with. I see a lot of functionality in a lot of these items. Obviously, there are quite a few items that are very specific to this pack and I think are really mostly going to work with things in this pack, but the Sims community is just so damn creative. I am not going to be surprised when I see some people taking these items that I personally think that I'm not going to be able to fit in a build appropriately somewhere. I can't wait to see people use those and 110% prove me wrong, because I know there are people out there. Now, I know you noticed that I was just about to cheat, and I was gonna put a Discover University mini fridge in here because I was struggling with this kitchen. I decided against it, and I did something else. I ended up just putting the sink kind of over on this like little console area that I built. I was having a struggle trying to make sure that I at least had a little bit of counter space available for my Sims to cook, because I do hope to plan to use this build at some point. I am going to be doing a little mini LP on EcoLifestyle because I have not actually gone into the gameplay yet. Again, this morning when I opened it up, I did cast, I did build and buy, and then I actually built this house. So I have not played with the game yet. I am hoping that this house is entirely functional. I don't see why it wouldn't be, because I didn't over clutter it like I feel like I do with a lot of my builds. And again, that was really just because I was only using base game and EcoLifestyle. So I don't know why I can't talk today. I really apologize for that. But anyway, so going into this build in here, I'm just kind of trying to make sure that I'm using as many different items from this pack as I possibly can. I really wanted this build to focus on, EcoLifestyle. It really made sense to be able to do that. So while I was going through, I really tried to make sure that as many items as humanly possible were EcoLifestyle, but of course I had to use some filler objects here and there from base game just to, kind of round out the build. Obviously, there are certain things that we did not get in EcoLifestyle. We really didn't get anything for the kitchen in EcoLifestyle. We have no new counters, no new cabinets, we have no new fridge or anything like that. So that was a little tough. And then the bathroom up here, I actually struggled with the bathroom as well. We didn't get any new showers. We only got this one weird little toilet, and we got an outdoor sink, which I put inside anyway, but it is technically labeled as an outdoor sink. So, there are definitely areas in EcoLifestyle that maybe are lacking, but with the amount of items that they added, I really can't be mad that we didn't get new countertops or like a whole beautiful new bathroom set or anything. Everything that they put in this pack really does make sense, and I see why they use these things. And I don't know, I really, really like it so far. I am very excited to get into some gameplay today. I can't wait to let you guys know what I think of the gameplay, especially because if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that gameplay is not my thing. I don't really play The Sims all that often. I am a builder through and through, and chances of me playing the game are slim to none, honestly. I play every once in a while, usually with my Sim self if I'm like super bored, but I am excited to play with this one. You guys know I love a good trash house. I love a good trash build. So the fact that I now have an entire trash world is really working for me. It's really, really working for me. I cannot wait to see all of the crazy, amazing things that people come up with this pack. I really can't wait for it. I have been avoiding a lot of the game changer stuff that has been coming out because I do like to be at least a little bit surprised when I go into a new pack. I was a little bit more aware of what was going to be in this one than I was in past packs, but there were still a lot of items that I went in here and I started pulling things out and I was like, whoa, what is this? Oh my God, what is this? This is so cool. It's a really cool pack. It's a really cool idea. I think it is perfect for the world that we live in currently. I think that, being eco-friendly and taking care of the planet and taking care of, where we all live is extremely important. And to have an entire Sims pack focus on being sustainable and being eco-friendly, it's something that we really haven't seen in this kind of scale on The Sims before. We've definitely gotten a little taste of it. We got off the grid with Island Living. We got, the clothesline and things like that with Laundry Day. There are definitely kind of sprinkles here and there of eco-friendly type of things, but this pack is just, it's really clever, and I do think that Sims stepped up their game. I don't know, maybe ask me again after I play. I might change my mind, but as of right now, I would say that I am giving EcoLifestyle, combining cast and build by and completely excluding gameplay, I'd say it's probably about a 7 or 8 out of 10. So far. So I am excited again to get into this gameplay. I cannot say it enough. I really hope you guys enjoyed this build. I hope if you purchased the pack, you are enjoying it just as much as I did. And if you haven't purchased the pack yet, I hope that my rambling helped you to maybe decide if this is something you would like to purchase in the future, or maybe it's something that you want to stay away from. So as always, I appreciate you guys being here more than you know. Make sure if you enjoyed this video, you give it a thumbs up and you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell so you hopefully get notifications anytime I upload a new video. I usually upload at this point on Tuesdays and either Thursdays or Fridays, but who knows, with this new pack, maybe I'll up the uploads for a little while because I am so excited to play this. Again, thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.